It is week number 8 of the high school football season, and tonight, the Brush Arcs made the trip out east here to take on your Chardon Hilltoppers. How you doing, everyone? Matt Jaworski, Jamie Ward with you as we're getting set for what we expect to be a crisp night, but a fun night of high school football here at Chardon Memorial. Jamie, a lot on stake tonight here. Playoffs on the line for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Hilltoppers have a chance to finish this season very strong, and it starts tonight as they look for the playoffs. And at the same time, boy, fall is finally here, right, Matt?
Fall is here indeed, and what that means, too, is the Western Reserve Conference title is up for grabs. A win tonight by Chardon, and that sets up a showdown for the league crown next week.
Yeah, that'll be against Kenson, of course. But we talked to Mitch about this last week, and he said we're focused on Brush. So,
well, we'll see what happens. We'll pause. We'll take a timeout. We've got some pregame festivities coming up next, and then football on GTV.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of announcing some wonderful students and parents this evening. They have spent many years as students, and parents have been right there by their side. And this is their night to shine. We're going to start introducing Lydia Avery is walking the 50-yard line tonight with their parents, Kim and Mark Avery, and sister Gwen. Lydia has been a member of the flute section for 4 years and a squad leader for 1 year. After graduation, Lydia plans to attend Kent State University or the University of Cincinnati for interior design. Next, we have Ronan Baker, our snare drum section leader. He is walking this evening on the 50 with his parents, Maureen and David Baker. Ronan is a 4-year member of the marching band. After graduation, Ronan plans to attend a 4-year college as a computer science major. Next is Ryan Brown. He's walking the 50 tonight with his parents, Jackie and Scott Brown, and his sister, Mackenzie. Ryan has been in the marching band for 4 years, and this year is our drumline section leader. After graduation, Ryan is hoping to attend the Ohio State University. Next is Dana Chapin. She is walking the 50 tonight with her parents, Dia and Todd Chapin, and her sister, Megan. Dana is a 4-year member of the marching band in our percussion and trumpet sections. After graduation, Megan plans to attend a 4-year college for mechanical engineering. Next is Morgan Dannison. She is accompanied this evening by Sandy Turk and Brian Dannison. Morgan is one of our senior Topperette captains this year and has been on the line for 3 years. After graduation, Morgan plans to attend a 4-year college to major in education. Next is Sylvia Phil. She is walking the 50-yard line tonight with her parents, Marie and Bob Phil. Sylvia has been a 4-year member of the Hilltopper Marching Band and has been a squad leader for 2 years. After graduation, Sylvia plans to attend a 4-year college for mechanical engineering with a minor in music or music technology. Next is Sierra Huff. She is accompanied this evening by her parents, Darlene and John, and sister, Savannah. Sierra has been a member of our majorette line as well as our saxophone section. She plans to graduate from Lakeland in May, then go on to Bluffton to major in nutrition and personal training. Next is Heather Humbert, our band president and drum major, is walking this evening with her parents, Connie and Kip Humbert. Heather is a 4-year member of our trombone section and has been a squad leader for 3 of those years. Heather will be attending a 4-year college and majoring in biology. Next is Grace Kilfoyle. She is walking the 50 this evening with her parents, Heather and Charlie Kilfoyle. Grace has been a topperette for 3 years. After graduation, Grace plans to attend a 4-year university to major in political science. Next is Justin Coonsey. He's being escorted this evening by his parents, Sandra and Warner Coonsey. Justin has been in the marching band for 4 years, 2 years on alto sax and 2 on tenor sax. Justin plans to attend Cleveland State for a degree in pre-med. Next is Darianne Medvick. She is being escorted this evening by her parents, Jessica and Steve Medvick. She has plans to attend a 4-year college and majoring in pre-law. Next is Hallie Mezzacor. She is being escorted this evening by her parents, Terry and Dennis Mezzacor. Hallie is on our majorette line and has been a member of the Hilltopper Marching Band for 4 years. Hallie plans to attend college to major in pre-med and become a pediatric surgeon. Our next senior is Dominic Malaro, one of our topperette captains. Dominic is accompanied by his parents, Kelly and Joe Malaro, and his sister, Sarah. Dominic is a 4-year member of the marching band, with 3 of those as a topperette. He plans to attend Kent State University to major in psychology and also audition for the Touch of Gold majorette line. Next, we have Brianna Nichols. She is walking the 50 tonight with her mom, Andrea Nichols, and her dad, Richard Nichols. Brianna is a 4-year member of our flute section. Next year, Brianna plans to attend Ohio Northern or Findlay University and hopes to become a forensic pathologist. Next, we have Megan Pastava. She is being escorted tonight by parents Tracy and Matt Grantham. Megan is a 4-year member of the marching band on the topperette line. After leaving CHS, Megan plans to attend Kent State and pursue a degree in fashion design. Next, we have Stanley Pychuk. He is being escorted tonight by his parents, Stephanie and Tim Pychuk. Stanley was a 3-year member of the drum line, and this year is serving as one of our drum majors. After leaving CHS, Stanley plans to attend Cleveland State University to major in engineering. Next, we have Alex Schregel. Alex is walking the 50 this evening with his parents, Mary and Nicholas Schregel. Alex is a 4-year member of our trumpet section, and after graduating from CHS, Alex plans to attend a 4-year university, majoring in engineering. Next, we have Lydia Spangler. Lydia is being escorted by her parents, Penny and Chris Spangler, and her sister, Emily. Lydia has been a member of the Hilltopper Marching Band clarinet section for 4 years. After graduating from CHS, Lydia plans to go to a 4-year college in Ohio. And finally, we have Allison Wilson. She has been a member of the Hilltopper Marching Band for 4 years as a member of the flute section. She is walking this evening with her parents, Karen Klossenbucher and Guy Wilson. After graduation, Allison plans to attend college and go into film production. And last, we have a special dedication.
Tonight, we would also like to honor Zach St. Jean and his family. Zach passed away from a tragic car accident in May of 2017, sorry. He was a member of the marching band and drumline his sophomore year. He was an amazing drummer and amazing friend. Every senior in marching band has a red cord on their uniform. The red cord represents a senior. This year would be Zach's senior year. We would like to give the St. Jean family a senior cord in honor of Zach.
We would like to present the class of 2019. We will miss you all next year. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause again for our Hilltopper Marching Band seniors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 2018 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is led onto the field tonight by senior drum major Heather Humbert. The Hilltopper Marching Band would like to give a shout out to our band parents for all their support. From uniform helpers, chaperones, and snack duty parents, we couldn't do it without you. All right, Topper Nation, put your hands together for the Chardon High School Fight Song. Ladies and gentlemen, will you now stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the Chardon High School alma mater.
Go climb up.
I'm getting up there.
Is this working? Can we use that? Hey guys!
All right, football fans, shout hey as the band performs the Hey Song.
Go slowly, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for our 2018-19 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. All right, here they are, your 2018 Chardon.
Here comes the Hilltoppers as we are getting ready for what is going to be a winner-take-all game, if you will. Hilltoppers enter this one in 13th place in Division III, Region 9. For the Brush Arcs, they check in sitting in 8th place in Division II, Region 5. A lot of computer points on the line tonight. Both teams enter this one with identical 4-3 records. The difference, though, is in conference play. Chardon enters 3-1 in the Western Reserve Conference, and the Brush Arcs check in with a 2-2 record. For the Arcs, it was a loss at Mayfield by a 20-19 count, and then a pummeling at the hands of Kenston, 51-28. Those are their two conference losses. The Hilltoppers, just that heartbreaker to begin conference play against Riverside, that 28-27 defeat. And this team has grown and has changed since then. Problem for Chardon right now, though, is they are playing a little short-handed, if you will. They lose their #1 defensive player, John Dinko, out for the year. The results came back, and he did tear his ACL last week. The MCL is nicked up too for Dinko, and unfortunately, no surprise, Andrew Kovacheski also with a torn ACL out for the rest of the year. It won't quite be a MASH squad, if you will, because with Kovacheski out for a number of weeks with mono, it allowed Max Vujeklia playing time at QB, allowed him to get comfortable with this offense, and it's a good-looking offense right now. The Hilltoppers will be receiving out of the gate, one of the few times this year where that has happened. Normally, they are receiving to begin play in the second half. A lot is on the line tonight again. Hope you enjoyed the pre-game festivities as the senior band members were honored. So Darshan Adhikari will kick off for the Arcs. Trevisano and McKnight deep to receive. It's going to be a little bit of a short kick taken by McKnight across the 20, goes to the 30. And McKnight may be up to about the 35. That's where the Hilltoppers will take over.
This Hilltopper offense, Matt, run by our offensive coordinator, who is returned, Frank Hall. Frank likes to run, he likes to call the plays from the sidelines, and of course he's got a lot of assistant coaches that help him up in the press box as well.
Well, here they come. Hilltoppers getting a 1st and 10 from about the 34. And it's going to be a run straight up the middle. Nothing much going there on that first run. And Jamie, it's going to be imperative for the Hilltoppers to get off to a good start in this one, because it's a very athletic Brush squad.
Right, and that's what Coach Mitch Hewitt told us before the game. They've got a lot of guys on the field who they feel like can score at any moment. But the Hilltoppers running this wing T offense, a very disciplined team.
2nd down and 9 from the 34. Handoff McKnight coming around the end near side. 35
Wow.
McKnight, 40. Good move. Hops over a player, and McKnight brought down near midfield. 1st down, Hilltoppers.
Great blocking out ahead of John McKnight. It's a young man, the senior, number 7. Now that Kobacheski is down with an injury, Matt, this is the most athletic player on the field for the Hilltoppers. And if he gets blocks like that, he's going to have a big night.
Well, indeed, it all starts, Jamie, on the front line, and we'll talk about them just a minute here. 1st and 10 Toppers now from their own 49-yard line. They will hand it off, trying to go around the right end on his feet and working hard, but not picking up much for Chardon. Going to be number 5, Jacob Urbick. And Jamie.
Wasn't it? Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Matt, wasn't it 80 degrees 2 days ago?
Yep.
Amazing.
That's how it goes here in Northeast Ohio.
I know. Yeah, it's still worth talking about.
Shorts to Carhartts. Vuyaklia fakes the handoff up the middle, going to pick up some hard-earned yards.
It's one of the first times that I think I might have dressed too much for the weather. As everybody said, hey, it's going to be cold. So we've got hats, gloves, coats, layers.
Well, it's actually being smart and being prepared. But you look at the guys up front for the Hilltoppers. We're going to see TJ Finger at left tackle, Nick Fay at left guard, Andrew McNaughton at center, as Vuyaklia will go under center. 2 guys behind him will fake the handoff, looking to make a cut. No, going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, James Good, the senior, right there. And Brush comes back on 3 plays.
Well, we'll bring it 4th down and long for the Hilltoppers. They will be forced to punt. So Keaton Ziegenfuss and the punting unit will be coming out on the field. We'll talk more about Keaton and the success he has had, Jamie, as this game progresses. Gets off a good high punt.
Looks like a great one.
Wow. Be caught near the 5-yard line. That's Keyshawn Johnson as he's running around. He is stopped back near the goal line.
The thing about kickers and punters, Matt, they are by no means the most athletic, the strongest, the toughest people on a football team. But when you do something like that, you change the entire game, and we see it at every single level.
Well, and Chardon for the last, 3-4 years has had a very solid kicking game.
And why is that?
No, it's the whole Ziegenfuss family. And, Keaton this year has had his struggles early on, but he is much improved as this year has progressed. So A.J. Shorts is the QB. From the gun, will hand it off. They'll run it straight up the middle, and Hilltopper defense not allowing much there.
Just to put a cap on Keaton for now, who we'll have more to say about him, but he is just a junior, so.
But if a high snap, they'll fake the throw and then they'll pitch it off. Looks like it's going to be a turnover, and the Toppers say they have it. They do.
When you back a team up, you put pressure on them. You put pressure on a team, they might make a mistake, and that is what just happened as the Hilltoppers come out with the first big play of this game.
Now Toppers will get that fumble recovery, and they are now in prime territory. Going to be first and goal from what I believe is going to be the 5-yard line. Max V from the gun, man in motion. Will fake the handoff, try to keep it himself. Gains maybe a yard, maybe 2. And Jamie, a huge, turnovers were something that really plagued the Menor plagued the Hilltoppers early on this year. But over the course of this win streak, they've been able to really put an end to that. They able to control the turnovers. And now they get one tonight early on. Then on the far end of the field. And Chardon will run it toward the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers! Well, I had a tough time seeing who that was. Might have been John McKnight on that carry. And out comes Keaton Ziegenfuss. And Keaton looking for another PAT. Good snap, the kick is underway. It is in the air, it is good. So with 7:52 left to play, the Hilltoppers strike first thanks to that turnover, and they lead 7-0.
Well, good time as always, Matt, to thank our funding communities for their support, because of course we couldn't bring you high school sports without the cable subscriber franchise fees. And again, as always, they are Chardon Township, Munson Township, Hamden Township, the city of Chardon, and 2 of our communities not supporting this particular game, but very important as well, and that is the village of Burton and the village of Middlefield. And when you come to Memorial Field, brush has not traveled well. We look across the field, and again, it's a cold night, but not a lot of fans here. To cough the ball up and give up a touchdown like that early on the road, it's not a good sign.
Well, but this is a Brush team that when you look at what they've done the last couple weeks especially, they put up 27 second half points. Is that ball going to go out of bounds there? But 27 second half points to come back and stun North 55-54 last week. And that was a game, Jamie, that it appeared North had it in the bag to start the fourth quarter, up by multiple scores. And the Arcs just chipped away, and all of a sudden, they're up 55-54 and hung on for the win.
Yeah, great comeback, no doubt. North certainly not Chardon, and so let's see what the Hilltoppers can.
Well, you make a great point, though, because it's a different style of football, one that the Arcs don't see very often, just once a year. A.J. Shorts throws his hands warmer away, going to hand the ball off. A flag comes out during the carry.
That is our umpire, and he says very clearly, holding against Brush. And once again, early penalty.
Now the Hilltoppers will gladly accept that penalty, push the ball back.
Chardon defensive coordinators, as always, we've had a duo now for the last 8 seasons in Brian Landis, who goes down on the field, Bob Francis as well. Or is Landis in the box?
I can't tell.
Sorry.
That's okay.
They do an excellent job.
They
though.
do. He's up in the box.
Thank you.
Shorts, the quick throw on the far side. It's caught, and he will gained back a nice chunk of yards. Still going to be shy of the original line of scrimmage on that first down and 20 play. Jamie, one major change of note, though. Joe Nieder's going to be starting on the defensive line tonight for the Hilltoppers in place of the injured John Dinko.
The last time we were here on GTV, Dinko had a huge night, 3 sacks.
They're going to run the football, and the Hilltoppers D snuffing it out. Mitchell Kellogg tried to do something with it, but Kellogg not going anywhere. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Brush Arcs head coach Eddie Hall.
His first year. Of course, Jeff Fink, now I believe it's the offensive coordinator at my alma mater, John Carroll. Shorts from the gun, 5 receiver set. Empties out the backfield, being brought down, throws it up and throws it out of bounds. And the Arcs, they've got a decision here on 4th and 8 from their own 37, and it looks like they will be punting the football.
No, I would hope so.
Jamie, first night of the year for both teams that you wonder if weather may become a factor just due to the crisp, cool air in this one.
Well, we expect potentially at some point, and hopefully it's late, to maybe get some rain tonight. If you look at the forecast, there's a 60% chance it continues to increase.
Jalen Richardson is the punter. It's a high snap. He gets it down, just gets it off. Not that good of a punt. Will take a brush bounce, though, across the 50 and be touched near the 42. Now, this is a very similar situation for Chardon when you look back to what they faced last week against South. And Jamie, in a sense, the schedule makers really do the Hilltoppers a favor because they have to face South and then they got to face Brush. 2 teams that love to throw the football. They like to play those 4-5 receiver sets. Vuyeklia fakes the pass, going to throw down the field.
Look at that
for
ball.
McKnight. Wide open, he makes the catch. McKnight turns on the burners. McKnight, touchdown Toppers from 58 yards out. Max V is making the most of his time at QB.
Well, he set some records a few weeks ago through the air. We saw what he did the last time we were here on GTV, and that was a beautifully thrown football.
PAT is up, and it is good. Jamie, I want to mention this because we started to talk about Keaton Ziegenfuss, but Keaton is 11 for 11 on PATs over the last 2 weeks, and that was after 5 weeks of having at least 1 missed PAT in those games. So he's coming on strong as of late when you need it.
Sure, and of course in Northeast Ohio, when we think about missing extra points in the kicking game,
you're going to bring it up, aren't you?
A lot of us are very sensitive about how that will go. And that's the thing about what Keaton brought. I mean, that punt set up the first touchdown. He doesn't get the points, but there's no question that that type of special teams play, and Mitch Hewitt is a guy who loves special teams play. He really does. He talks a lot about it, believes in it very deeply. Jim DePofi, the former head coach before Mitch took over, was a special teams coach under Bob Doyle. So it's an important part of the game that oftentimes gets forgotten.
Toppers up 14-0. Will kick it off. A line drive kick. Fielded near the 15 across the 20. Cutting to the far side of the field. The Arc's going to take over somewhere near the 30-yard line. Well, for Brush, it has been a miserable start to this game. A turnover on the fumble that ended up being 7 points for Chardon. Then they had to punt the football, and Chardon, one pass, gets the score. And really, that has been the MO of this Hilltopper offense throughout the season, Jamie. Big plays that they score on. A.J. Shorts from the gun will hand it off, and nothing going there A big stop. That's Nathaniel Salka bringing down Mitchell Kellogg.
Salka, just a freshman.
Oh, check. That was Wade Novak.
Oh, you're right.
Now 12, 13, kind of similar.
Well,
They're both
Wade
around
Novak
the same.
and Nathaniel
They're
Salka
around
aren't
the same
kind of similar.
height. They're around the same height. Shorts looking to throw.
Oh,
And that just
pressured. This offensive line right now for Brush is not playing well.
Now we see Nieders come off the field. But this is a defensive line for Chardon, Jamie, that has really been able over the last couple weeks to put pressure on the QB. And it started in the Mayfield game when they had to face Michael Huss, a young man who last year here put up some big numbers coming in as a freshman. And he had to enter the game, I think it was in the second quarter due to an injury to their QB at the time.
Draw play.
And it's going to go for some nice yardage there as Kellogg runs it left side.
Very close. Nobody likes a draw on 3rd and long, but that one's just short. Now, what is Brush going to do? Are they going to make a decision right here and now?
Well, boy, if you're the Arcs and you go for it and miss, you potentially go down 21-0 in the first quarter. That's tough to come back from. But they are going to bring out Richardson and the punting team. So on 4th and 1, from the 38, they will punt the football.
Max protect. Oh, bad
snap again.
Nice job, though.
High snap. This is a good kick. And it's a fair catch by Trevisano right at the 35.
Smart play.
Hilltoppers offense 2 for 3 in terms of scoring in this game. The first possession they had to punt, they got it back on a turnover. We just talked about. And it was quick work on both of those 2 scoring possessions. Let's see what they can do here. And Jamie, that's the one thing that pass just sets up now. It's going to take Brush out of the box. They're going to have to back up a little bit and not keep all 11 guys inside the box. McKnight in motion. And Max V will hand it off. Look at that across the middle. Rumbling, stumbling, and nearly pulling it off was Novak. Tripped up.
Boy, did he explode through the offensive line.
That is one of the quickest outbursts we've seen from Wade on the offensive end all season long.
Saw some of those early on. Had some long runs.
First and 10 Toppers from the Brush 39. Viaclia fumbles the football. It's on the ground. And it looks like Brush may have it. They signal they do.
No, the referee is saying no. Wait. Never mind.
Nope, he's pointing to Brush.
A big play for the Arcs.
Yeah, that time it looked like the running
Bring
back
it
just
back in. And now they're going to head toward our Chardon Crazies, Matt, who are in all green tonight for Mental Health Awareness Month.
I was wondering why they were wearing green.
We've got a lot of green going on tonight, wristbands and green footballs being thrown out into the crowd. Of course, Brush still has their pink gear on, many of the players, for the breast cancer awareness. So
each their own cause.
lots of colors and causes.
Shorts from the gun, 3 receivers far side. Going to pitch it. Kellogg coming around the left side, 40, tripped up and brought down shy of the 45. A nice little gain for Brush. And Jamie, this is what they want to do. They want to get you guessing on what they're going to do. And a man down, one of the Arcs is down on the ground on the sideline.
Yeah, well, do not forget, on the horizon here at GTV, we've got the Big Chardon High Rotary Interact Chili Cook-Off, and that'll be coming before the next home game against North. You can get some chili and then head to the game. Don't forget, this week's video replay against Brush is the last Topper football game on GTV this year, unless, and again, this game means a lot in that scenario, unless the Hilltoppers make the playoffs. 2 more football games, though, to bring you on replay. One is Lake and NDCL. That'll be next week. Always a great game. And Week 10, the battle for the Kinsman Cup on GTV. Berkshire Cardinal, October the 26th, the weekend before Halloween.
Always a huge game. Kinsman Cup short's going to throw it, pitch it out near side.
That's a
incomplete.
backward pat. No.
Was looking for Andre Franks.
Referee signaled backward pass. Then he decided to signal incomplete. So he's going to have to decide what to do. And it's going to be a lateral.
Good news for the Toppers. It'll brush.
Now the other line judge says it's a forward pass. So.
Well, Zebra's going to have to huddle and figure this thing out. They're going to keep it right there.
Yeah, okay.
So it is ruled a lateral. Ball marked back to the 40. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 8. Brush from their own 40-yard line. A.J. Shorts from the gun. 3 receivers left side. 1 to the near side, plus Kellogg to the left of Shorts. Shorts looking to throw left side. Has a man open, but overthrows him. Boy, some missed opportunities. Keyshawn Johnson wide open.
Haven't seen a decent pass yet out of Brush, and that fumble by Chardon appears to have not hurt them.
And you have to wonder, maybe it's the brisk temperature that's just affecting the throwing hand of Shorts.
Speaking of one person in line right now at the King Cone truck down at the south end of the end zone.
The game's going on. We'll see what it is at halftime.
Well, I know. I'm going to be paying attention to that line.
It's still summer if the King Cone truck is here, right?
Officially.
Now Brush finally gets their 11th player onto the field. This time it's a decent snap. Nearly blocked.
Not a good kick. I don't think he got a piece of it, but it certainly rushed him.
Well, it was John Paglio that put the pressure on. And I don't know how Jalen Richardson got that kick off, Jamie. Just got it off. So the turnover by the Hilltoppers goes for naught. They get the ball back. Will be 1st and 10 Chardon from their own 45-yard line. 3:24 left to go here in this first quarter. And Vujikli going to go from the shotgun. Has his normal wing T formation. McKnight in motion. Hands it off to McKnight. Nice cut. McKnight breaks a couple tackles. McKnight trying to escape. No! Brought down. And it was a touchdown-saving tackle by James Goody.
Yeah, you think about it, Matt. Novak just about went for a 6, and McKnight almost did the exact same thing there. Hilltoppers offense right now, just water on the dam.
First and 10 from the 38. 14-0 Toppers. They'll hand the ball off. Coming left side, it's McKnight. McKnight, more running room, and McKnight picking up huge chunks of real estate.
Another arc down. And so good time to remind everybody, our website is a great place to go for all kinds of resources, including a replay of tonight's game. Visit geaugatv.org. You can watch for free on demand no matter where you're at. On the right side of the website, there's a videos on demand link. You can also watch either station for free live. And I urge you to do that as we get closer to the holidays, because there'll be a lot of holiday programming and there's a lot of great stuff going on there. Christmas music, which, well, let's be honest, just right after Thanksgiving will be there. But you can sign up for our email service, follow us on Twitter, look at all of our past productions as well on DVD. You can order those. And again, geaugatv.org is the place to go, whether you're on your smartphone, computer, tablet, whatever it may be.
Jamie, how about this? And talking about the the Hilltopper offense. Last week against South, 27 first downs. 552 rushing yards. That's what happens when you put up 52 points.
Yeah.
It was a 52-27 shellacking of the Rebels. WeWereAthletes sends McKnight in motion. Will give it to McKnight. McKnight greeted by a couple of arcs as he went far side. Still picked up a couple good yards. Well, if you didn't make it out here to Chardon Memorial tonight and you wanted to stay home and listen live,
It is a good night for it. Was not 2 weeks ago.
Max V from the gun, 2nd and 7 from the 16. And this time he's going to keep it himself. And WeWereAthletes wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. Not much going on there. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 or 8.
2 more weeks to bring you. Of course, you'll want to listen in next week if you can't make it out to Kenston. That's going to be a game to remember, hopefully, for Hilltoppers fans. And then we'll come back here in Week 10 against North.
Well, next week, if you're looking for some football, we will have the NDCL Lions for you.
Right. That'll be on replay. Tim O'Brien, Jan Black.
3rd and 6, ball at the 15. Hilltoppers taking their time. And now they take a timeout. In last week's win against South, and Jamie, there's just so many numbers that we can pull from this game, but got to give a shout out to Gary Parrish for this stat here. 11 different ball carriers for the Hilltoppers last week. 11 different ball carriers. And for the 2nd time this year, Kobacheski, McKnight, and Novak all rushed for over 100 yards in the same game. The only game that they did that on prior to was the Perry game where they put up 49 points. If you're the Hilltoppers, this game again is a must-win situation. And we talked about the schedule, Jamie, but when you start to look at the computer point standings, they have a lot of ground to make up. And we'll touch on that just after this play here. 3rd down and 6. WeWereAthletes under center, rolling out right side, looking to pass the football, feeling pressure, going to throw it away.
And so you're on the 15-yard line. I think you're in field goal range for Keaton.
No, indeed.
Wouldn't be a bad time to give him a chance to make a nice kick, right, Matt? Because, I mean, how many times have they leaned on Keaton on decent attempts of 30 yards or more?
Now, very few on the year. Keaton, when it comes to field goals, just 2 for 2. So he has not had many opportunities. This kick will come from the 21-yard line, so there'll be a 31-yard field goal. Ball marked almost middle of the hashes. Good snap, kick is underway. It's in the air, and no good. Pulled it to the left.
Yeah, just left. Certainly had the distance, though, and that's a good thing to see.
Now, and Jamie, the thing, too, is if you look at the flags, it's blowing left.
Yeah.
But it's
Wind.
not blowing left down near the crazies, only by the concession stand.
Wind coming from St. Mary right now.
Good way to put it. Now, Hilltoppers cannot capitalize on that possession, and the Arcs get back to work. AJ Short. So Short's 4 receivers will hand it off, and Kellogg tries to make a move in the backfield, picks up maybe 3-4 yards on that play. Actually, I beg your pardon, they're going to say a gain of a yard.
Wasn't much.
Nope.
Those green footballs are getting tall. Oh, fumble!
Fumble on the ground, and it looks like shorts fell on it.
You think about your fingers on a day like today. And let's be honest, Matt. This is one of the coldest evenings we've had in Northeast Ohio this season. Maybe the coldest.
It's the coldest.
You think about your fingers. You think about your hands. You're still adjusting mentally, and I think he dropped that ball because of the weather.
He will hand it off, and Kellogg fumbles it. It is loose. It's on the ground. The Toppers have it.
Third time Brush has fumbled. Second time the Hilltoppers have pounced on it. And it comes with 8 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Might have been Max Lichty who recovered that fumble. I didn't, folks, I'm going to say I didn't have the best view. I saw him. I saw Cole Purchase over there. In that vicinity, one of those two, I think, came up with the fumble recovery. So Toppers getting back to work here. 1st and 10 now from the Arc 20. They'll give it to McKnight around the left side. McKnight cuts it up. McKnight toward the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers! With 2 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Barely touched. Second touchdown for him. Third touchdown, right?
I think. We still don't know who
I think
scored
it's
that
the
first
third. Forgot that he caught one. 2 rushing, 1 receiving. Referees want an injury timeout.
Yeah, another arc down.
Another arc player down. And you see our Chardon trainer hustling out to see that he's okay.
Yeah, Hannah Richter getting a lot of work in tonight.
You wouldn't think that cramping or hydration would be an issue, Matt, but Brush right now, they might be going through some of that.
Well, it's cold, and a lot of times when it's brisk, I said the C word, I'm sorry. But when it's a little bit chilly like this, you know, sometimes you don't drink as much as you should. And I'm glad you're getting your electrolytes in.
Gatorade.
It's the way to do it.
I think that was a cramp, so he'll probably be okay.
He's walking like it.
Hilltoppers, though, 20, maybe 21 in this first quarter, and you just have a feeling. Of course, you mentioned the comeback last week, but you have a feeling that Chardon's going to keep the gas down.
Well, they certainly would like to do that.
We haven't seen anything out of Brush.
PAT is underway, and it is good. With 2 seconds left to play, the Toppers take a 21-0 lead. This is the biggest first quarter outburst that they have had this entire season.
Hilltoppers actually played Brush on Tuesday, Matt, here at Memorial Field in boys soccer, and that game is on our website, available to watch on replay. You think about Chardon in the Western Reserve Conference, they don't have a true rival. There's some rivals. Riverside's a rival. Sometimes, depending on the sport, Madison's a rival.
You know, it's surprising that Kenston hasn't become more of a rival. The fact that it's the 2 Geauga County teams.
It's probably gonna increase. You know, Kenston's only been in the WRC for the last 3 years. Before that, they were in the CVC and didn't play a ton of crossover games across the sports, but well, maybe in time.
In football, they did, though.
Yeah, you're right. Week 2. Interestingly enough, I think West G is still a bigger rival, but those things change.
Neighbors, that's what that one comes down to. Keaton, it's a short kick near side. Will be fielded and brought They're taken far side. And the return man gonna go out of bounds. That was Andre Franks Jr., the return man. And we finished the quarter, Jamie. Toppers up 21-0. We'll take a timeout and come back with more high school football action here on GTV. Well, we get second quarter action. Arcs with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. They now are going right to left. They'll throw down the field and a little bit of bumping and pass incomplete. McKnight, very tight coverage on Franks Jr.
Yeah, tight coverage. I didn't find a lot of contact there. The only thing that John didn't do is he never turned his head, but good no call.
Now, Jamie, just in case you're wondering, and finally kind of get to see the Arcs over on this side without the binoculars, but A.J. Shorts, he has the glove on his left hand, but the throwing hand, his right, he does not. Gonna throw it over the middle. Ball is in and out of the hands of Franks again.
He's been off, Matt. That throw was a completed pass that was thrown behind. And again, Shorts, just a sophomore.
What's surprising, though, Shorts does not have the build of a QB.
Yeah, he's 5'11", 210.
Boy, he's played in Chardon. He'd be playing offensive and defensive line.
He'd be at left guard, but he's got a decent arm. And one thing that Mitch Hewitt did say before the game, he said, we don't worry about him running.
Now, quick handoff. And Kellogg, the third, across the 30 to about the 31. Mitchell Kellogg, the senior, 5'10", 195. He'll also play some safety as well. He has been limited early on. And dare I say that Topper defense has not missed a beat so far without John Dinko.
No, I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it, but no first downs for Brush, and another punt.
Yeah, forced to punt on 4th and 8. This is going to be a wobbly kick that will go out of bounds. And the Hilltoppers, more good field position. They have had some great starting field position all night tonight. And it's going to continue on this drive as they'll get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 45.
You think about 2 of these 3 Chardon losses to Riverside and West G, Matt. I mean, this is a talented team. They just have not quite always put it together.
Max V from the gun, gonna fake the handoff. Looking down the field, incomplete. Was looking for a open Joe Trevisano, just threw it out a little bit in front of him.
Yeah, you know, he was rushed a little bit. There was an arc right there in his face. Would have liked to have had that one back.
Now, you look at this offensive line for the Hilltoppers. Again, Finger, Fay, McNaughton, Hall, and Thomas Fowley tonight playing on the right side. They have performed very well. Vuya Clea going to keep it. Vuya Clea, that time cut back far side, picked up a few yards. The Arcs doing a good job in keeping an eye on Vuya Clea. It's been the other running backs that they have not been able to contain. And I wouldn't be surprised if McKnight had 100 yards rushing in the first quarter. Or pretty close. Speaking of Jonathan, McKnight goes in motion. And McKnight around the left side. McKnight running room, turns on the burners, and McKnight caught from behind and brought down near the 32.
Boy, does he not, I mean, he is faster than anybody on the field.
You know, tough to say that. The Arcs have a lot of athletes who we really haven't seen. But for Chardon, absolutely, fastest player on the Hilltoppers.
Well, he just, once he hits that corner,
Well, that's amazing, too, how he just turns it up another gear and a half when he gets around that corner. First and 10 from the arc 32-yard line. Toppers working their way left to right across your TV screen, wearing their all black home uniforms, red numbers trimmed in white. McKnight gets the carry this time and spun around and brought down near side. It was Keyshawn Lehner with the tackle. Vuyaklia from the gun, man to his right, McKnight again in motion. They fake the handoff, McKnight. Vuyaklia straight up the middle, picks up a nice chunk of yards, very close to that first down marker.
It'll be 3rd and short. Urbick's going to come into the game. Trevisano also back.
They're going to go Wildcat formation here. McKnight now will be well, he's going to go from the gun. So McKnight sends a man in motion. Will hand them, no, will go straight ahead. McKnight with the first down, spun around and brought down by Goody after he gains a nice, well, he picks up some nice yards. And the Hilltoppers continue to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 21. And Max Vuyaklia coming back in. Now, we saw that work a couple times last week. They went to the Wildcat and paid off big time here with that first down, 1st and 10 from the 16. Give McKnight left side. McKnight hops over somebody again, brought down near the 10, but a late flag on that play, and I believe it's coming back.
That was the back judge who threw the flag there.
Will be holding against Chardon. Back him up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Going to be a long first down now. Ball out to the 26-yard line. They have to get to the 7, so it'll be first down and about 19. Max V with the throw. It's caught across the 20 down near the 17-yard line, and that was Trevisano who made the catch.
Yeah, nice catch right out in front of his body with his hands. Little button hook. Helps get some of those yards back on the penalty. Good news, though, clock is running.
Second and 13 from the 19. Much more manageable now. And Vuyaklia looking left side. Gain maybe yard or two. Arcs have just done a real good job between the tackles. Issues they've had is when a guy like John McKnight or Max Vuyaklia gets around the end.
It was senior band night tonight as the Hilltoppers drive toward that north end zone.
Vuyaklia up the middle, and he is going to be close to the first down marker. It was 3rd down and 10.
Both linesmen say 4th down, but it's close, Matt, and I don't think there's any doubt. You just keep the offense on the field.
Keeping the offense out, they'll bring Jacob Gaspar out, the split end. Gaspar going to come out far side. And it's McKnight. McKnight with the 4 or 7 yard touchdown run. They went back to the Wildcat. I didn't catch it, but McKnight.
Is that his 4th touchdown?
4th touchdown.
Wow.
He's having a night to remember. Boy, they're going to tire Keaton out in the first half here.
This is his 5th kick attempt. He did miss the field goal, but it goes up and over. And so halfway through here, Matt, in this second quarter, 28-0. Keep in mind, Brush does not have a first down. And yeah, the Hilltoppers came out kind of what I expected, to be honest with you. I mean, you've seen this team more than I have, but you look at Brush, they lost in overtime 2 weeks ago. They came back last week, but that 50, you each put up 50 points. The Hilltoppers are more disciplined than that.
Well, indeed they are. And it goes back to last week, Jamie. They allowed just 11 first downs to South. And that's a team that can get a first down at a moment's notice if they're playing well. So the Hilltopper offense is and Jamie, you're the guy that's going to have to write this story. The question is, who do you talk about? The defense or the offense? Because they're both playing spectacular in this first half.
Right. Well, you're
I'll leave it up
right.
to you for later on.
Right, yeah, sure. Give me a minute. I'm going to ask you after the game.
I don't think the defense has gotten enough run personally. Ziegenfuss going to keep it on the ground. Takes a bounce. It's a loose ball fielded.
Oh, my.
And then brought
that
down.
poor young man. That poor young man, Chris Johnson, the senior, grabs the ball.
He had to.
Had to grab the ball, but that wasn't fair.
That's something that Chardon's been doing more and more, and it pays off, too. It has paid off from time to time. Brush will have the ball 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line, down 28-0. It has been all Hilltoppers in this one. And they will hand it off. Andre Franks straight ahead, maybe a yard. A lot of black jerseys in the vicinity of the ball carrier. You can almost take your pick on who made the tackle. Al says Salka. I'll go with that.
Freshman, only Hilltopper freshman who's playing at the varsity level.
When's the last time you remember a freshman starting?
I don't.
Franks coming around the near side, stuffed again. No, he keeps going. They did not stop forward progress. Franks going to be tripped up near the original line of scrimmage. Boy, staying home and making the stop was Cade McDivitt, the linebacker.
God, you talk about that athleticism. We almost saw something special there. Thankfully, it's a no gain. Who does that remind you of?
Barry Sanders.
I know. I don't like making comparisons like that, but no question.
The sad thing is, Jamie, these kids down there don't remember seeing Barry Sanders play football.
Oh, no, you're right.
If it was our parents, they'd be saying, Jim Brown.
Right.
They're going to throw the ball near side.
Again, Mitch.
Mitch, come on.
Mitch. Are you kidding me?
And Max,
look, he's doing push-ups. Are you kidding me? Well, that's why Mitch was a linebacker and a running back, right? Wasn't a. By the way, on October the 26th, our Week 10 game here, we will bring you coverage of the Halloween show, the Marching Band's Halloween show, and also a special tribute to the 1998 football team, the state runner-up team, which Mitch, of course, was a big part of.
Brush forced to punt the football again, and Trevisano going to field it near side 45-50. Trevisano, that should be a flag. horse collar tackle. Officials do not call it. Arcs very fortunate. And the Hilltopper offense once again back on the field, looking to add to their 28-0 lead. Matt Jaworski, Jamie Ward with you. Appreciate you being part of this broadcast here on GTV. The final Hilltopper football game that we bring you on GTV this year, unless they make the playoffs, and yet to be determined. They will hand the ball off, and moving backwards, that's James Pettyjohn. The Hilltopper offense, a big loss on that carry. Will back them all the way up to about the 40, and we'll say the 48 or so yard line. So loss of about 6 on that play will make it 2nd down and 16 now. WeWereAthletes will bring in the play. And definitely some new jerseys in the backfield. Vince Ferrante to the right of WeWereAthletes. You see Pettyjohn wearing the red. And WeWereAthletes goes up the middle. Gets knocked down just across the 40-yard line. Picks up about, well, where are they going to spot the football? They're going to mark him down at the 36-yard line. Very nice run by Max V. About a 12-yard or so run. Will be 3rd down and about 4 from the 36. Trevisano, the split end near side. Regular wing T formation. It goes to McKnight. McKnight cuts up. McKnight very close to the 1st down marker. This will come down to the spot. He will be a yard shy. With 2:44 and counting, the Hilltopper offense will stay on the field. Max V breaks the huddle. WeWereAthletes under center. Tight wing T formation. McKnight in motion. And the ball carry goes to the big man, and Novak picks it up as he crosses the 30 down inside the 25, and the Toppers move the chains. So Chardon gets the 1st down. Plenty of time on the clock. 2:20 when they reset the markers. And the Hilltoppers making it look effortless tonight. And really, Jamie, you know it's a fun night when earlier you see Mitch doing a couple push-ups because he didn't catch a football.
I know. And again, no 1st downs for Brush.
McKnight from the Wildcat. McKnight stopped near the line of scrimmage. One of the few times he's been contained. And the man who brought him down, first time we're calling his name tonight, Kyle Bunneman.
Hilltoppers are just 1 score away of any kind of getting that clock to run in that 2nd half, Matt.
Indeed. You know, worth note, Bunneman is the linebacker that when we talked to Mitch prior to this game, he said, we got to watch out for 52. He's the guy that's just a beast in their linebacking crew. So the Hilltoppers have 1:20 to go here. 2nd down and 9 from the 23. They give the ball to McKnight. McKnight spins around. McKnight keeps the legs churning. He gets the 1st down just shy of the 10-yard line. And now the Hilltoppers will have a 1st down, and where will they spot the football is the question. Ball will be at the 11-yard line, so it's 1st down and 10 from the 11. Hilltoppers have 2 timeouts left, so they can kind of pick and choose here. McKnight in motion. McKnight the carry. McKnight around the left side. McKnight toward the sideline, towards the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers! It's the John McKnight show. 5 first-half touchdowns.
Are you serious?
Well, That's assuming he got that first touchdown of the game.
He got it, man.
Then that's number 5 for him. This is one of the more fun games that we have had to do this year. And it's only the first quarter, or excuse me, the first half. The Ziegenfuss PAT is good. And with 54 seconds left to go, it is Chardon 35 and Brush nothing.
I don't know, Matt. I mean, the Hilltoppers, I'm particularly impressed with the defense. Obviously, the offense, they score the touchdowns, and John McKnight's having a great night, but what is Brush going to do?
There's not much they can do.
Until the JV defense comes in, what are they going to do?
Not move the football. And that's no, folks, no slap in the face to Brush, but the defense is playing so well tonight. And Jamie, it's just in time because, let's say it, undefeated Kenston is up next.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a special game. Matt, you'll be there.
No, rumor has it you may be there too.
It's going to be a special game for sure.
2 huge football games in Geauga County next week. That kick on the ground short, but it's going to stay in play. And the Hilltoppers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Careful.
Nothing going much there for Chris Johnson. He just ran a lot, maybe picked up 5 yards from running about 20 yards. But he gained 5 yards. Coaches will, believe me, they want those 5 yards.
4 rushing touchdowns, 1 through the air for the Hilltoppers. The defense, again, has not allowed a first down. I just keep saying it. That's not a jinx like in baseball, right? I'm allowed to mention it.
You've been saying it too much to not be a jinx.
I'm allowed to mention it. I just can't imagine. And here with 46 seconds left, Brush has all 3 of their timeouts, but
they may need them. Shorts dropping back, looks to throw right side, has a man. It is Franks spinning around, still on his feet. And finally, the officials will say forward progress with about 35 seconds left to go. Arcs will call their timeout. Jamie, this is about as close to a first down as they've gotten all night long.
Sure, and of course, we talked about what they did last week in the comeback, so maybe they've got that in them again.
Now, the Brush just wants to go. They're coming back on the field and getting ready. Hilltoppers taking their good old time here, and I can't blame them.
Each team gets the same amount of time. You don't get to just rush up to the line of scrimmage.
And no quick snaps.
No butterfingers, Matt.
Now 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side.
They got
Quick
it.
pitch out near side. It's caught by Franks Jr. He has some running room. Franks going to be brought down by Trevisano. Got him by the ankles. First down out near the Hilltopper 40. 25 seconds left to go, and now it's a race against the clock for Brush.
First time in Hilltopper territory. Of course, the Arcs run a no-huddle offense, so this isn't going to be so tough for them.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They'll hand it off on the draw play. Running room and some big-time run. And getting another first down was Mitchell Kellogg.
They've got to take a timeout here. When you have 2 timeouts left with 12 seconds, there's no advantage at all to not taking it.
They're
Unless
not
you
going to
literally,
take it.
I mean, I guess you want to keep the defense off.
Clock runs at 8 seconds, looking to throw left side toward the end zone. Ball out of bounds, stops the clock with 4 seconds to go. They'll get 1 more look.
They would have had 2 more looks had they used their timeouts when they should have. Now, maybe they wanted to keep the Hilltopper defense off guard. Maybe that's fair, but now they have to just throw it into the end zone.
Well, with that, we'll pause. We'll take a timeout here, come back with the final play of the first half after this. Final play here of the first half, barring a penalty. And the Arcs trailing 35-0. Looking to get something going here. Shorts from the gun. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Looking to throw right side toward the end zone. Ball up in the air, and it is knocked around. It's incomplete, and that will do it. So we head to halftime with the score, Chardon 35 and Brush nothing.
And so halftime here at the football game, and we are now with Jen Bartone, Nami Giaga, right?
Right, correct.
Big night for you guys because October is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I see a lot of green out here tonight.
Yes, yes. We are so excited to be a part of this game. We offer free services here. We brought some other organizations in Ravenwood and mental health people that are just here tonight. We're celebrating mental health awareness and prevention, suicide prevention, and we're just really trying to get education and support out there for everybody. It's amazing that we're really working to build up to try and stop the stigma, to really break that down, open the conversation, especially with the young people. They need to be able to, feel free about talking about mental health and not be afraid of it.
Yeah, and we see the Chardon Crazies tonight. Most of them are in green.
Yes.
I've seen the green footballs. I'd imagine this is a perfect event for you guys to get your message out.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, like I said, we really have to educate our community about the resources that are out there. It's a tough day. Our kids are growing up in our society, the things that they're experiencing, and the negative news all over the place. That I think that this is the best way to be a positive light and an environment for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are located right on the square.
We are.
Right?
We are right on the square. Yep, above the bike shop. Everyone seems to know where the bike shop is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, of course, your website has a lot of resources
Yes.
as well. And so this is great. This is what, the third year you've done this?
This is our second. We had to take a year off, but yeah, we're excited. Next year, we're hoping again to dress the football players and cheerleaders in green. We love that the kids are willing to participate in this, and yeah, it's a good time. But anyone can visit our website at www.namigiaga.org, and all our programs are free for those that participate, and yeah, it's a great opportunity.
Great. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
All right.
All right. We've got Chardon Band and then the second half.
The Hilltopper Marching Band would like to dedicate tonight's halftime show to none other than our Chardon's own Mr. David Jevnikar for all that he does for the Chardon kids and all the countless hours that he volunteers. We salute and appreciate you, Mr. Jevnikar. Under the direction of Mark Baer, Michelle Watson, and Debbie Staple, we are proud to introduce the 2018 edition of the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field this evening by drum major Stanley Pychuk. Tonight, the band is taking you on a journey through rock and roll history. To lead off our show is a song from 1984 by the Scorpions. Here's Rock You Like a Hurricane. Our next song features talented topperettes with Captains Dominic Malaro and Morgan Dannison. This song gives a great account of a ban on Western music by the Arabian King as a protest. The pilots flying a plane over their airspace starts playing American rock music on the cockpit radios. Inspired by this event is the hit song by The Clash called Rock the Casbah. And to end our show this evening, we feature our talented majorettes Tori Holt, Sarah Huff, Hallie Mezzacor, and featured twirler Grace Large. It's a song that really needs no introduction, and this group is getting ready to have their final tour of their career called The End of the Road, and that would be KISS. Our band wants to rock and roll all night with you and party every day. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Chardon High School fight song. Congratulations tonight to all of our seniors and their parents on a great high school career. We appreciate you all. Have a good evening.
Well, to start the third quarter, Brush will get the football. Matt Jaworski, Jamie Ward with you. Thanks for joining us here on GTV. This has been a one-sided affair, as it's been nothing but Hilltoppers. Jamie, tough to say who's been more impressive tonight, the Hilltopper defense or John McKnight?
Right, that's really what we're talking about. And McKnight, all 5 of the Hilltoppers' touchdowns in that first half, Matt, and we were frantically, another squib kick.
Well, fielded by the up back, who will not go very far.
Had been talking to people at halftime.
A little bit of extracurricular. The flags come flying out.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what the Chardon record is. Oh, that is a bad penalty for Brush. We did learn that the state record is 12 touchdowns in a football game. Hard to imagine John's going to get 7 more. Who knows?
12 touch. That had to be back in the day. I can't imagine a coach within the last 10 or 15 years doing that.
You know, if it's a shootout and you got to keep scoring.
That's a good point.
But no, I mean, that's 72 points just on touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's not including extra points.
So A.J. Schwartz will hand the ball off and a couple yards on the ground. It is raining now.
Yeah.
The rain started just as halftime began, and you've got to think that it's going to benefit the Hilltopper defense. I don't know what more benefits they need.
Yeah, steady rain, certainly nothing major, but temperatures, it's cold.
Kellogg will line up to the right, pressure on Schwartz, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield for a sack.
My phone tells me
Paglio
it's
got him.
46 degrees, Matt, but there's a wind. Now there's the rain. Even our guy down on the sideline, Brian Foster, he's got his jacket on.
He brought out the big gun, the big jacket. Man, he's not messing around. 3rd and 14 from the 16. Schwartz dropping back to passing and going to dump it off in the flank. Incomplete, was looking for Kellogg the third, and he couldn't hang on to it.
Well, and you mentioned it, Matt, when we were talking at halftime. Brush, they're going to need the passing game, and these conditions are not going to help that in the second half.
It is not conducive to passing right now. The football is wet, and it is slick.
Now, because of the score, 35-0, the clock's going to continue to run. So even on that incompletion, we are in what is considered to be the mercy rules.
Trevisano going to take it right side and brought down just short of the out-of-bounds mark.
Clock's going to stop only a few times. Change of possession is 1, so that's what we have here. It'll stop on a score, of course, a timeout or an injury, but
that's it.
That's it. Max Vuaclia coming out onto the field. You know, when you wrote about it this week, Matt, in the Maple Leaf newspaper, which you can pick up a copy of, but Hilltoppers get that win last week, but they lose Kovacheski for the season. But, you know, I think Max V's ready to take the reins.
Absolutely, and this offense has gotten better the more playing time Max Vuaclia has. Going to throw it left side, ball is caught. Gaspar, as he will work his way down to about the 20 or so yard line. And nice job by Jacob Gaspar to help move those chains.
Jacob's uncle is the fire chief, Chief Larry Gaspar, here in town.
That was his first catch of the year, by the way.
Wow.
Vuaclia with Novak, well, just not quite behind him, but again, that traditional wing T Hilltoppers. 1st down and 10. They will hand the ball off, and it was Novak who pushes the pile forward up near the 15-yard line. Should bring up second down and about 5. The rain is lightening up a little bit. It's almost, Jamie, just kind of misting. Maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah, you probably can't even see it on the cameras at home.
2nd and 4 from the 15. And McKnight gets the carrier trying to bounce it outside. McKnight has a hole, and McKnight has a first down.
Like we said, we don't know what the Chardon school record is for touchdowns in a game. We do know, Matt, he's got to be getting close, right?
A lot of great ball carriers.
Sure. In a game like today, with the way that the score is, he's not going to see a ton more carries. So he's going to have to make it count.
And we'll see who gets the touch here. WeWereAthletes in the gun. McKnight in motion.
Direct
and
snap to him.
WeWereAthletes.
That was a direct snap to McKnight, Matt. No, you're right. Never mind. Max V.
Yeah. And WeWereAthletes with the running touchdown. That's the first time anyone not named John McKnight has scored tonight, outside of a Keaton Ziegenfuss PAT. Well, thing was, Jamie, everyone was looking at John McKnight, thinking he's going to get it. And
no,
Max walked in almost untouched.
Yeah, I was completely thrown off.
That PAT is good. Well, with 7:02 left to go, Chardon ups the lead 42-0.
Let's go ahead, Matt, and thank our funding communities one more time for helping us bring you both live audio tonight and also our video replay throughout the weekend. And our funding communities, as always, are Munson Township, Hamden Township, Chardon Township, the city of Chardon, and our 2 funding communities not funding this particular contest, Burton Village and Middlefield Village. Thanks again for supporting GTV. Even though you can watch us online for free, watch us on demand for free, it is our cable subscribers that fund all of our programming and everything that we do.
Well, that Max WeWereAthletes touchdown makes it 42-0. And Jamie, you look at how the season started for Max, and he was kind of the lost man, if you will, amongst running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Kopaczewski, diagnosed with mononucleosis, went out, and Mitch said Max was the guy.
Once again,
that bouncer, it's loose, will be covered up.
Once again, interesting that they went with the squib kick.
No, they don't want the deep backs to return it.
Yeah, good point. We talked about Brush's athleticism. Haven't seen it a ton tonight, but that's because they haven't been able to get the ball into those guys' hands with open running room. And that's a lot to do with our defensive line.
Well, we've seen the athleticism of the Hilltopper defense tonight is what we've seen so far. Clock continuing to run, 6:40 and counting here at Chardon Memorial, 42-0 Toppers. As what a way to go out on GTV for the regular season. Shorts looking to throw near side, ball is caught, making a move down the right sideline, picking up the first down, stutter steps, and still on his feet. Official's going to say forward progress. That was Andre Franks.
There you see open running room, made a play. We've seen him do a couple of unique things that only a guy like Franks, a senior, could do.
1st and 10 from the 49. They're going to hand it off. And not much going there. The Topper D-line got in there, did not let Kellogg go anywhere. Dylan Thomas gets a tackle. Now 2nd and 8. Shorts again looking to throw left side. Has a man. A little bit of contact, but no call. Good job by the officials. They were looking for Keyshawn Johnson. And nice coverage by Jacob Urbeck.
Miles Mendezun has checked in.
I've seen a little bit of Miles the last couple of weeks. Saw him early on.
Sophomore.
Now we've heard Mitch say it a lot. These, a lot of sophomores playing. Miles now gets a chance to do something. Dumps it off. Franks makes a man miss, trying to cut near side. Will go out of bounds. McKnight and McDivitt chasing him. Shy of the first down, Jamie. This will bring up 4th down and short.
I think, you're obviously going to go for it.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see them just go for a short, maybe a screen play or something like that here.
It's been their best play.
3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Mitchell Kellogg, the running back. A.J. Shorts will get the call in now from the sideline. Looking quick throw. It is going to be caught for the first down. Chris Cecil will pick up the first down. It was 4th and 2, and they got plenty.
Nice little play. You know where the marker is so that you go a couple yards past it, turn around. Ball was there. One of the better throws we've seen.
Yeah, and Jamie, sign of a good running or wide receiver to know where the first down chain is too. Shorts under pressure, going to throw it down the middle in the double coverage. It's intercepted. Oh, they're saying no. McKnight had it. The official was not in position to see the ball.
I agree. I don't think he caught that. I think he trapped it on the ground. Brian, are we going to get a replay on that? Yes, we are. Okay.
I can't even see. Where's Brian at?
He's down there.
Oh, there he is.
Know where your camera guy is, man. Come on.
Well, he's wearing black. He's dressed like the other Hilltoppers.
Hey, do it again, man.
Shorts looking to throw again. Again toward the sidelines. Caught, and that's going to be just shy of the first down. They went back to Cecil.
Let me just say for a minute, what's beautiful still about varsity football, we just all moved on very quickly. If this was the NFL, we would watch 9 different replay angles, argue about whether or not he caught it. Waste of time.
Handoff, another first down for Brush. Spinning around and getting the first down is Kellogg. Now a late flag.
What's that going to be?
Officials will stop the clock.
When there's a flag like that, I always look at Mitch Hewitt to see what his reaction is, because he does not tolerate personal fouls or unsportsmanlikes. And that's, I think, what we have.
It's against the Hilltoppers.
He does not tolerate it.
So give Brush another 5. Well, will be
it's half
the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
First and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down if they get to the 1-ish. Shorts looking to throw left side. No, across the middle. Touchdown, Brush. Andre Franks with the 10-yard reception.
Good hands by Franks. Brush wants to go for 2, which is an interesting decision.
Now they'll send 3 receivers out left side, 1 near side. That's Cecil. Kellogg, the running back, to the right of Shorts. Shorts steps, has some running room. Shorts is going to be brought down just shy of the goal line. And the Hilltoppers get the stop that time. It's Vince Ferrante making the tackle. So it's 42-6 Hilltoppers with 1:47 left to go. Well, Jamie, if you're Chardon, I guess the discussion's going to be now, when will the first team be coming out? And I have to imagine it's going to be sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think that you would do it now, depending on who you wanted to get snaps.
Now, do you think that they'll wait until it's actually the fourth quarter?
Well,
minute 47 left?
I don't know. There's a couple ways to think about this. One is Brush can be dynamic, and they came back last week. Also, it's cold and raining, and you want the running clock, right? I mean, you just do.
No, you do. You do.
But then at the same time, there are some JV guys who deserve a chance as well.
Kick will go out of bounds. Give the Hilltoppers some pretty good field position. You know, conversely, though, the rain has picked up a little bit. It's a little bit harder now. And you have to wonder, okay, this is a team that is banged up. Again, if you're just joining us, well, first off, where have you been? 42 points by Chardon. They're 42-6. What the Hilltoppers, Andrew Kobacheski done, John Dinko done, both with torn ACLs last week against South. So, might be back in the coach's mind that, hey, you know, come out of here healthy, too.
Right.
It is a handoff, and it's Vince Ferrante who picks up about 5 yards on that play up to the 40.
You think about it too, Matt, you can do it both. I mean, Max V is already your backup quarterback, so does he still need some snaps? Yeah, he does. But we just mentioned Ferrante's name for the first time as a ball carrier, so you can do a little bit of both.
Yeah, Ferrante, a young man who entered this game with just 12 carries. Purchase going in motion. Now goes back to his original spot. Comes in motion again. And it's Ferrante again. Ferrante keeps the feet churning, picks up the first down.
That should be the last play of this quarter, but you think about it too, Matt, you want Ferrante to have some carries with your first string offensive line. You want him to play with John McKnight because he's going to learn something there. You don't just wholesale put your JV team in.
Now both teams will head to their respective sidelines, and as the clock winds down, it is Chardon up big, 42-6. With that, we will pause and come back for the final 12 minutes of this one here on GTV. Welcome back, everyone. GTV. Clock has already started here. Been running throughout the whole third quarter, and we expect, or we hope, that doesn't change here in the fourth. Hilltoppers, Max Vuyaclia spun around and brought down near midfield. Well, the running clock is a benefit to the fans here in the stands, all the diehards.
What does our King Cone line look like?
1, 2 people. It was longer, much longer than they had at halftime.
Uh-oh.
Major confusion in the backfield, and just getting cracked was DJ Bowman. And Bowman, normally the linebacker, you don't expect him to get the ball carry much anymore. Matter of fact, that's the first time in a number of weeks he's been in the backfield.
You heard his helmet crack up against his quarterbacks.
And Ferrante going to come in. Bowman coming out. Thing too is with Bowman, he's playing with the cast on the right arm. Actually, he may not have that cast anymore. He is castless. That's nice. Give coming near side. and very close to the first down. Oh, we got a different running back in here. That's James Pettyjohn. He had a carry at the end of the first half. It will be a first down. Entering tonight, Jamie, make no mistake about it, John McKnight was the leading carrier for the Hilltoppers, had over, or just under 700 yards, 671 entering tonight. And it was WeWereAthletes and Novak with just around 430 each. They were in second and third place respectively.
And after tonight, John's going to have a nice chance to get over 1,000 this year.
Yeah, something he did not get a chance to do last year with all those injuries he went through. And Pettyjohn brought down in the backfield. Corey Floyd Jr. in on the stop. Yeah, you got to give John so much credit because he could have given up after last year and said, you know what, it's just not worth it. But he came back out, was really, he reinvented himself. To me, he's quicker this year, he's stronger, and he's playing with much more determination than he was last year. And granted, last year he was hurt so often, but this is a much different John McKnight. QB gonna go straight ahead. They faked the handoff to Caden McDivitt, and WeWereAthletes stopped after picking up just maybe about 2 or 3 on that carry. Now Keaton Ziegenfuss comes into the game. He'll line up as one of the 2 ends. Him and Dante Perico. Tight split end formation. McDivitt goes in motion. McDivitt will get the handoff. McDivitt around the left side, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage before he's met by Rural Greenwood.
Tough decision here with the way that the score is from the Brush 40.
Now, not that tough. They're bringing Keaton off on 4th and 10. So Topper's going to go for it. Yeah, what's there to lose? You're up 42-6.
You know, I kind of like the field position here, but
of course, Chardon may just let the clock run down and call a timeout. And that's just what they're going to do.
Mitch Hewitt in his 8th season leading this program. Of course, a 1999 Chardon graduate himself. He's a teacher inside the high school. A lot of these coaches, Matt, are teachers inside the building. Always makes a difference when you think about it.
Now, when you get to see, not only see your players, but interact with them on a daily basis outside of the football field or outside of the weight room, makes a big difference. And Jamie, I see our executive producer, Dave Jevnikar, walk down the bleachers toward the field. Big shout out to the band because they dedicated halftime to Dave.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
That's amazing.
For all the things that Dave does, the thousands of volunteer hours that he has given over the years.
Let's be honest, he really does. Whether it's changing the community billboard, used to, of course, but there's countless things. You think about this scoreboard, he changes the lights. There are no lights out on that scoreboard, Matt. None.
Very few people can say that on their scoreboards, but Chardon, it's all because of Dave. We return to action. Chardon going to go for it on 4th down and 10 as the rain really starts to come down. Toppers will fake it. WeWereAthletes going to throw it down the field.
Wide open.
Has a man open and incomplete. He was looking for Pettyjohn, who was all alone. The problem was the throw just didn't have that much on it. And Jamie, I think it was just a case of a wet football. Didn't have that good of a grip on it.
Yeah, underthrew him. Should have been thrown sooner, but Not a bad play. I think Pettijohn was also hit early, but
A little bit.
you're not going to throw that flag in this situation.
Turnover on downs briefly stops the clock with 6:33 left in this one. And the Hilltopper defense.
Yeah, it is coming down, isn't it?
Many of the starters, well, some of the starters still out on the field, but we're seeing some different jerseys as well. For instance, Brady Toth is out there, as is Drew Fetchick. Shorts looking to throw, will dump it off. Ball is caught by Cecil, far side, and brought down shy of the first down marker. Toppers trying to get a personnel change. They do. Shorts, quick throw again right side. Back to Cecil, makes the catch and gets the first down.
Hilltopper's going to pick up their 5th win today, Matt, and boy, next week is the entire season.
Well, indeed it is. Shorts bobbled it, again throws it Cecil right side. He's close to the first down marker, and they found something there on that right side.
Yeah, well, Chardon is very happy to give that up, if that's the new Brush game plan.
Well, Jamie, you start to look ahead to next week, and you have to assume Brush wins tonight.
Kenston.
Kenston wins tonight.
Who
Beg
do they
your
play
pardon.
tonight?
Well,
Down the field.
it is eluding me. Was it South?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I'll find it.
But you got to assume Kenston wins tonight. Kenston remains undefeated in conference play.
They're playing Madison. It's 21-0 Bombers right now.
Okay.
They just started the 4th quarter.
So that one pretty well over.
Probably.
Now, Madison not good enough to come back against. This time, the Topper defense going to get a stop. Mendelsohn, boy, was riding Kellogg, couldn't get him down. Fourth and 2 now. 4th and 2 from the 41. Bit of a high snap. Shorts brings it down, looks to throw over the middle. Ball is caught. And that's another first down for the Arcs. They went to Keyshawn Johnson. 21-0 though isn't that big of a score for the Bombers. I mean, they've been putting up 40 and 50 points easy.
Yeah, well, you know, they got the junior quarterback, John Tumkufsik, who's now, well, you look at his record over 2 full seasons, it's incredible.
Toward the end zone, no, off Johnson and incomplete.
They've got Jack Porter, the senior running back, who is outstanding. And, you know, they had a great year last year. I think we were a little surprised when they beat Chardon here at Memorial Field last year. That game could have gone either way. But Kenston will be a considerable favorite next week.
Shorts again, quick throw right side. Ball's caught by Cecil, kept in bounds. And Jamie, I think the key is going to be the Hilltopper offense in that one. The best way to keep Brush off the field, the Brush offense off the field, is by running the football and controlling the clock.
Right, yeah, and that Bomber offense has been unbelievable.
Well, Kellogg breaks one tackle, nice stutter step move, tries to go to the outside, gets outside, then knocked out of bounds. You know, the thing is, if you look at both of these offenses, and granted, it's night and day in how they operate, but the one thing is they've both continued to make huge plays throughout the year. And Chardon, throughout this season, has scored on numerous plays of 50-plus yards. The Bombers have done the same thing.
It's going to be fun. I'm glad you'll be there live with us, Matt. I don't know, and that's in the end zone. Is that it is.
Yeah, touchdown Brush. Was Johnson with the touchdown. Stops the clock with 2:09 to go. they'll go for 2.
It's been a slow second half. Remember, the clock has been running. Hilltoppers had that 35-0 lead. So technically right now in that second half, Brush is winning, but it's not the kind of thing you would look at. Now they're going to try an extra point. They didn't do it before.
Blocked.
That's blocked. Keeps us in the 30-point differential, which I see some fists. Brush right now has 10 parents on their side.
10 parents, their band is already headed to the buses.
Yeah.
Can't blame them, though.
It's cold season. Did you get your flu shot?
No.
Well, Brian, flu shot? No. Chris, up above? Chris got 2. See, he's looking out.
Looking out for us. Thank you, Chris.
Chardon, though, I don't know that they expected to win in such a one-sided game, Matt, but...
Yeah, I expected a lot more out of the Brush offense tonight, Jamie.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just the weather that kept them off balance. They couldn't do what they wanted. They just came out. There's no other way to say it. The offense for the Arcs looked flat tonight.
Yeah.
Even, and I hesitate to say this, but there have been times where they almost looked disinterested the way that some of those passes and plays were being run.
I would agree.
And again, maybe it was the cold weather, maybe not. Ball will go in the end zone for a touchback.
So the clock will start again on the ready for play, Matt. And once again, 2 weeks left to go in this football season. We will have football for you, video replay, both in weeks 9 and 10. Our 2 biggest rivalry matches, really, when you look at it. NDCL Lake Catholic next week, Berkshire Cardinal in week 10. And other than that, unless we get a Chardon playoff game, we're about to wrap things up for this fall season.
Hard to believe. Next week is week 9. I don't know where this season's gone. New QB into the game as he will hand it off, and the new quarterback, Brady Toth, number 22. Well, with the win, the Hilltoppers will improve to 5-3 overall. And Jamie, real quick, Mitch gave us a heck of a stat when we were talking with him earlier about winning 4 in a row after starting 1-3.
Yeah.
Well, last time they did it was 19 years ago. Toth going to cut it up the field, gains a few yards, should get the first down. He does.
That's going to be it then. It's a couple more snaps. But
last time they did it, they did not make the playoffs, though.
Right. Well, Chardon had some opportunities, but they've been resilient and they're here. And that's what's most important. They're going to have a chance. They're going to play against Kenston. If they beat Kenston, Matt, they're probably going to go to the playoffs. It's that simple.
Now, you gain a lot of computer points by beating Kenston. Conversely, a loss, and they'll have one more game left with this group. Now, that will do it. Final score tonight, 42-12. Chardon is a winner. With that, we'll send it down to the field, and then we'll wrap it up. So, Coach Hewitt, take it away.
Take it easy, baby. Let's go!
Fellas, you've done something that hasn't been done in 19 years, man. I mean, like, it's when you start a season 1-3, and all of a sudden you flip the switch and you push all the chips in, and you run 4 straight off, man, it says something about who you are and how you respond. Most high school adolescent males pack it in when you're 1-3. You have set the table for the biggest game of your high school careers against Kenston's Vengeance Tour. And quite frankly, we're a team that probably doesn't even belong in the same field as them. But we will prepare. We will prepare, and we will be ready for next Friday night. It's got to be a great week of focus. Academically, fellas, you got to take care of business, right? We're nearing that like really critical point. You got 5 days left in the quarter. 5 days, that's it. And everything we want to accomplish, from the conference championship to a playoff appearance, potentially a home playoff appearance, is still at large, okay? So scout guys, from everything you do to preparing us for Friday night, it all is critical. Guys, that's a team that scores 40 points a game. 40 points a game, and you shut them out in the first half. So I'm extremely proud. Incredible, man. I don't. Monday. All we do is just replace injury. Like, it's incredible. You guys are doing something very unique.
Let's go, baby!
Hey, enjoy it tonight. I hear that the Princeton quarterback hasn't been sacked at all this season yet. Maybe some of our pass rush stuff we've been working on since June is going to come into play there. Let's go.
Understand, right? It's all about preparation. That preparation starts tonight. It starts tonight. We are now on to Kenston. Scoreboard's great, but the game's over. We're now on to the most important game of the entire season. Right? Your preparation for next Friday night starts right now. Let's go.
Fellas, go ahead.
Bainbridge. Here we come.
Guys, this happens. This type of result is because of what you did throughout the week. And you can see it, like sitting up in the press box tonight, you can see it. This is just a confident football team that you're very confident in what you're doing because you prepare really hard throughout the week. So we got to do that this week, turn it up a notch. Let's go.
One more thing, guys. Listen, in the past when we played this team, I thought, we really owed a lot of credit to our scout team. Because the pace that we're going to need to replicate this week. So everyone's got to contribute something. And your role this week might be being a great scout player that comes at a quick pace at us, bam, 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 all week.
And the one thing, you don't score 42 points without the O-line! Yeah! O-line! Yeah! O-line! O-line! Yeah! John McKnight! Yeah!
Hey, guys, 2 things. Right? Hey, first thing, let's play 33.
49 Jets. 49 Jets.
Great job. Hey, the other thing is, I always talk to you guys about being grateful, okay? Take a second to turn around and look. It's pouring rain, guys. You don't get this anywhere else.
Yeah.
All right, be grateful for the community, the school, and the opportunity we have coming this week to work really hard. Congratulations.
Well, 5 touchdowns in the first half gets you a breakdown.
He's sick! Balls with foot! Yo, what's my day? 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! We are 1, 2, 3! He can't sit on 3! 1, 2, 3! He can't sit!
Welcome back, everyone. And again, Chardon, big winners, 42-12. Jamie?
Well, again, this was a one-sided game right from the kickoff. You think about that first fumble that Brush had, Matt, deep in their own end zone. And by the way, that was a Ziegenfuss punt that set that up. That fumble, we saw nothing from Brush after that, and the Hilltoppers are really happy to take away this win tonight.
Indeed they are. With the win, the Hilltoppers improve to 5-3 overall, 4-1 in conference play. The loss knocks Brush down to 500 on the year at 4-4, and they now fall to sub-500 Western Reserve Conference record at 2-3. A huge night for John McKnight, the young man, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 running touchdowns plus a receiving touchdown. 5 touchdown scores by John McKnight as McKnight and the Hilltopper defense led the way. I am Matt Jaworski. On behalf of all the rest, we'd like to wish you all the best.